Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh, accompanied by delegation including Defense Secretary and other senior officials, is visiting Moscow to participate in the 75th anniversary event to commemorate Victory Day by the Russian Federation in the meeting of Defense Ministers of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Collective Security Treaty Organization and Commonwealth of Independent States countries. Yesterday, Raksha Mantri had a one-hour meeting with Russian Defense Minister General Sergei Shoigu at the Russian Ministry of Defense. The meeting was marked by the traditional warmth and friendship characteristic of the special and privileged partnership between India and Russian Federation, in which military technical cooperation and military-to-military cooperation constitutes an important pillar. To get in detail with this particular most important information and various other Indian and international inputs, let us begin with today's defense updates of 4th of September 2020. SSBCrack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. We are one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Central Armed Police Forces Assistant Commandant's examination. I highly request you to download our Android app from Google Play Store and follow us on all sort of social media platforms. Today, additionally, we are giving you a complete details of a new update of our app. We have made the NDA NA examination mock test complete course from our side free of cost for you. All the important mock tests are made free of cost for you. We want all bright leaders like you to become more smart, and the advantage of these mock tests is that you get all the answers with explanation, preferably with pictorial explanation also wherever necessary. You can have complete statistics on the all India level and prepare more. Learning is unlimited, and we hope that the small step from our side will boost your confidence. To do all these, I request you and I recommend you to download our app and stay tuned with us. Now, beginning with the question of the day that I posted on 3rd of September 2020, and the question that I asked was, which specialized institution of Indian Army trains its cadets unconventional warfare, especially counter-insurgency and guerrilla warfare? I repeat the question, which specialized institution of Indian Army trains its cadets unconventional warfare, especially counter-insurgency and guerrilla warfare? The correct answer, and as you have given, it is absolutely correct. It is Counter-insurgency and Jungle Warfare School. Okay, it is the Counter-insurgency and Jungle Warfare School, also known as the CIJWS when it is abbreviated. It was established in the year of 1967. That means after the war with China, and it is one of the most important premier counter-insurgency training institutions in the world. Okay, so the motto of CIJWS is fight the guerrilla like a guerrilla. Okay, so since the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, this has focused its primary role of counter-insurgency training. Now, to get in a very proud moment for us regarding this particular school is that CIJWS has hosted visiting military units for important countries which include United States, Singapore, Nepal, Bhutan, Russia, United Kingdom, Israel, France, Bangladesh and many other nations. That means the counter-insurgency and jungle warfare school, which is located at a very important place, which is located at Vairengte in Mizoram. Okay, so this is located at Vairengte. So this particular school is very, very important for us, and it has also trained a lot of soldiers from all of these external and foreign countries. The success of this particular school has prompted the establishment of another counter-insurgency training center, which is also known as the Kaziranga Special Jungle Warfare Training School in Assam. Okay, mention in the comment section regarding what or all are the highlights of the Kaziranga Special Jungle Warfare Training School in Assam. Okay, that is it regarding the question of the day that I have posted yesterday. Now we will discuss the most important defense updates, and the first and foremost update is that Indian troops have taken vantage positions along the line of actual control in Ladakh. Until now, Chinese were wagging their tails. Now it is the time for our Indian lions to roar there. So while recent news has reported that Indian forces have taken all the positions at strategic heights of Chushul, including Rezenla, Rechinla near the Blacktop. So all of these important locations which were formerly they were under the control of Chinese, they are now captured, they are under the Indian control, and all of these are in a bid to take the control of the southern bank of the Pangong. So all the details regarding this particular one and all the important inputs regarding this one is already given through from our side in our very important PDF study material, and any other most important inputs will be provided to you from our side in the coming updates. Also, I would like to give you a detailed information that the troops have taken up vantage positions in all key areas from Daulat Beg Oldi north to the Chumar in the south. Okay, so all of these deployments are within our side of the border and have been undertaken to keep a check on any movements from the other side. Heavy troop deployments are continuing on both sides of the bank of the Pangong River, which is a hotspot for the tension since the Chinese side moved in troops to occupy a large tract of the land in the Finger area, which is located on the northern shore. Going through with the next important update is about the meet of Raksha Mantri with Russian Defense Minister General Sergei Shoigu. The meeting has covered a broad range of areas of cooperation between the two countries. This is regarding their defense ministers meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization countries and all of the above that are mentioned before. So all of these are very, very important. It was also noted in this meeting that it coincides with the Indra naval exercises. I have told you that we will be covering in detail regarding Indra naval exercises, but all of these details I will give you in a complete and consolidated way in the coming updates. So it is coinciding with these. All of these exercises have already begun there in the Andaman and Nicobar Sea. So to be conducted by Indian and Russian navies off the Straits of Malacca over the next 2 days. That means from today and tomorrow most likely. Going through in other details regarding this one is that Raksha Mantri has briefed General Shoigu, who's the Defense Minister of Russia, on Make in India defense program and in the context of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. Raksha Mantri also extended an invitation for Shoigu to visit India for the next meeting of Intergovernmental Commission on Technical Military Cooperation, which is expected to be held towards the end of this year. Okay. Going through with the details regarding the next important update is that India is securing its east after the western Himalayan clashes with China. On the western and on the northern side, we are securing all the important areas. We have captured some of the important areas. Also on the eastern side also we are securing our most important strategic positions. The movement of troops towards the eastern district of Anjaw, which is a part of Arunachal Pradesh, which is claimed by China, it is now under the Indian control. It raises the prospect of a wider face-off through both government and military talks in India, ruled out any imminent confrontation. Military presence has surely increased, but as far as incursions are concerned, there are no verified reports until now, but there are still people who claim that the Chinese incursions are still going on, and it is a very common thing that is happening in the district of Anjaw. We will give you a very detail regarding this particular one in the coming days. Going through with the next important update is about Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria has reviewed Indian Air Force operational preparedness in the eastern sector. The Eastern Air Command, which is headquartered at Shillong, which is the capital of Meghalaya, all of these areas have been visited by Air Chief Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhadauria sir. He visited all the frontline air bases on Wednesday, and he also met and interacted with air warriors serving in these units during his visit. He lauded the focused efforts by the station personnel towards maintaining proficiency in all roles envisaged and urged them to continue performing their duty with due diligence. Going through with the next important update is about understanding about Establishment 22, the special force behind the secret operation at Pangong. So it is a secret force. Now Establishment 22 is the nickname of the real force. The name of the force is Special Frontier Force. Okay, Special Frontier Force is nicknamed as Establishment 22. I will tell you why it is nicknamed as this particular one. So this Special Frontier Force is under the administrative control of Cabinet Secretariat and PMO. Why is this very, very important? Because it is coming under the Cabinet Secretariat and PMO. It is not coming under directly only under the Defense Ministry. It is coming under the Prime Minister's office. This is a very special thing that we have to understand. All the important senior army officials have acknowledged the presence of an Special Frontier Force unit, but they did not say whether they are involved in this particular secret operation at Pangong. So all of these are, but the interaction of the SFF with the army personnel is very, very minimal. Raised towards the end of 1962 war, all of these SFF's commandos are drawn from Tibetan refugees settled in India. I repeat, all of these Special Frontier Force commandos are Tibetan refugees settled in India. They were initially trained by Intelligence Bureau, RAW and the CIA for the covert operations behind enemy lines. Okay. Also, as I told you that why is it nicknamed as Establishment 22? Because of its founder Chief Sujan Singh Oban, who commanded the 22nd Mountain Regiment in British Indian Army during World War II in Europe. Headquartered in Chakrata in Uttarakhand, it comprises at least 5 battalions or about 5,000 commandos who are allied paratroopers trained in mountain warfare. Mention in the comment section what is the speciality of this particular place, Chakrata of Uttarakhand. Going through with the next important update is about India, Russia. Both have finalized completely the AK-47 203 rifles deal. This has been completely done in the coming up days. And all the important meetings, in the recent meetings, with the defense minister and General Sergei Shoigu. Both of them have discussed regarding this particular one, and they have closed this particular deal, and they have come to a proper conclusion. AK-47 203 is the latest and most advanced version of AK-47 rifle. AK-47 203 is the advanced version of AK-47, which will replace the Indian small arm systems, INSAS rifles. Okay, all of these are to be acquired for the Indian Army. So Indian Army has a requirement of around 7,77,000 AK-47 203 rifles, of which 1 lakh will be imported and rest will be manufactured in India. Okay. Also, we will understand in detail regarding this particular one that these rifles will be manufactured in our country as a part of the joint venture Indo-Russia Rifles Private Limited. Okay. IRRPL. Under this particular important private project, we are manufacturing all of these rifles, the rest of the 6,70,000 rifles, AK-47 rifles in our own country. And all of these IRRPL is established between Ordnance Factory Board, that owns a majority of 50.5% stake in the whole of the IRPL. And considering the next important one, the Kalashnikov Concern Group, it owns a 42% of stake, and the Rosuburon Expert Group, it owns around 7.5% of stake in this particular Indo-Russia Rifles Private Limited concern. So the cost per rifle is expected to be $1,100, including the cost of technology transfer and setting up of the manufacturing unit. The next important update is that S. Jaishankar, who is the External Affairs Minister of our own country, is going to attend the meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Foreign Ministers meeting in Russia on September of 10th. So he will be visiting Moscow to attend the SCO Council of Foreign Ministers. And this is scheduled on September 10th, as said by the spokesperson of Military Affairs Anurag Srivastava at an online media briefing. This comes after the Defense Ministers meeting of SCO that began before. Now, at present, the Defense Minister of our own country, Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh, is at Russia, and that is regarding the SCO Council of Defense Ministers. SCO Council of Foreign Ministers will be held on September of 10th. Going through with the next important update is that Pakistan's efforts to designate 2 Indians as terrorists has been blocked at the United Nations Security Council. Who are those 2 Indians? They include Angara Appaji and Gobinda Patnaik. Both of these are there. So it has initiated a move to list both of these personnel as terrorists, but this has been blocked by the United Nations Security Council. There is an important committee resolution which is known as 1267 Committee for Counter-Terrorism Sanctions. Under this particular one, it can any particular country has an authority of providing details of any of the important terrorists and designate them as terrorists under the purview of the United Nations Security Council. So Pakistan has used this particular one, but India has is very clear, and all of the efforts of the Pakistan are completely blocked. UNSC, which is led by the United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany and Belgium, has decided to block Pakistan's move after Islamabad failed to produce evidence to back up its allegations. Mention in the comment section what or all are the permanent members and the non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. Going through with the next important update is that about the development of healthy air herbal based immunity boosting room freshener. This is being done by the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, which is coming under the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, Pune. So the DIAT of Pune has made this particular one, Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. So this particular product is very important. It is made with herbal oils, with instinctively it acts as an immunity booster for the body and exhibits anti-cancerous, antimicrobial, antiviral and antifungal properties. Healthy air does not contain any synthetic chemicals nor secondary solvents. To get in detail regarding this particular one, it has all the important anti-cancerous, antiviral, immunity boosting, antimicrobial and antifungal properties, and it produces purified breathable air. Its innovator is Professor Dr. Balasubramaniam K. He is an important professor who's under the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering of the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, which is deemed to be a university in Pune. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is Indian forces have taken positions at which strategic heights to take control of the southern bank of the Pangong. So is it A. Chushul or B. Rezangla or C. Rechinla or D. all of the above? And the correct answer for this is option D, all of the above. Okay, going through with the next important question is headquarters of Collective Security Treaty Organization is the headquarters of CSTO is located at Moscow, the capital of Russia. The next important question is the official language of Collective Security Treaty Organization is Russian. The important question is Establishment 22, a secret force, is also known as what? It is actually known as the Special Frontier Force, SFF. Okay. SFF comes under the administrative control of what? Does it come under the administrative control of A, Cabinet Secretariat and PMO, or B, Cabinet Secretariat and Defense Minister, or C, Cabinet Secretariat and Home Minister, or D, Home Minister alone? The correct answer for this is it comes under the Cabinet Secretariat and Prime Minister's office. And the last and final question for us for today is, consider the following statements regarding manufacturing of AK-47 203 rifles in India. The first statement says the rifles will be manufactured in India as a part of the joint venture Indo-Russia Rifles Private Limited, IRRPL. The second statement says IRRPL is established between Ordnance Factory Board, OFB, the Kalashnikov concern and Rosebron export. And the third statement says that the OFB would own a majority stake of 50.5% in IRRPL. So the correct answer for this is all these statements given are absolutely correct. Okay. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, always please pay attention for this particular question. Which Indian naval ship's official song has these lines? Satark, Kamat or Shurveer, Nirbhay, Surya Saman. I repeat, which Indian naval ship's official song has these lines? Satark, Kamat or Shurveer, Nirbhay, Surya Saman. The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSBCrack exams. Subscribe to this channel, download our Android app from Google Play Store. And as I told you, I always like to reiterate to you that we are giving you a complete detail of a new update, that all the NDA in examination mock tests from our side are made free of cost. All of these are very important so that your preparation for NDA in examination will go in a very good way. So we want all bright leaders like you become more smart. The advantage of all of these mock tests is that you get all the answers with explanation, preferably with pictorial explanation also. And we hope that this small step from our side will boost your confidence. Always stay tuned with us. Keep working hard. Jai Hind.